Hello and good morning! I'm acting like I have energy when I really don't, just to make it through. I slept a whopping 3 hours. I overflowed my oatmeal this morning. That went everywhere. And it's Monday. So I'm a bit exhausted, but we're gonna power through this workday. We've got 8 hours and let's see what cases I do today. All right, so we're doing a little lumbar case today. This is our setup for our table. We just do like 1-level discectomies or laminectomies here. No instrumentation, so we're not putting any screws or any plates or anything like that. Yeah, so that's our setup. You guys can see some of the stuff that we use. Also, this is our microscope that we use for them to see closer to what we're doing. They're able to basically magnify everything so that they can see deeper into wherever they're doing surgery. All right, things have shifted over. We are now doing a urology case, so we've got all of our equipment for that. The big old Neptune suction machine is a lifesaver. Takes all of the fluids that we use, that we put into the bladder, that comes out, goes right into that big giant machine, which holds like 30 gallons almost of fluid, instead of us having to like change the canisters all the time. So that thing's a lifesaver. Not every hospital has that. And it is a much smaller setup. Obviously, table is not complete. We've just opened all of the products onto it that are disposable and our sterile trays, but nothing has been organized yet. And then this over here is what we call the laser. We use this to break up kidney stones and ureteral stones. So if you get a kidney stone and it's really, really bad and you can't pass it, and you have to come to us, this is the magical machine that breaks it up so that we can take them out. And those tiny little suckers can stop being so freaking painful for everyone. Hello and welcome to 30 minutes of lunch with me. I was gonna say lunch hour, but you know, we don't get an hour. I came outside to my car because that's the new thing for me. I just choose to come outside. Since we change into these scrubs, we're not allowed to wear these in between the operating room and outside. So I'll unfortunately have to change into a new set of scrubs, but I'd rather do that than be in a very, very tiny lounge trying to eat with like 8 people and it's like the size of a closet. Just makes me really uncomfortable with cases spiking and how everybody is. So I just heat up my food and then I just come down here and usually just kind of have my own lunch. Today, what's on the menu? I have a chicken and rice stew, which is nice and steamy and hot. It's got carrots and celery, rice, chicken stock, chicken, garlic. It's pretty good. My only complaint is that it didn't have very much flavor, but it's a healthier recipe and she should have just added more herbs to the recipe, and next time I'm just gonna tweak it myself. And then I've got half an avocado, don't know if I'll eat that, and then some red grapes. So that's what's on the menu. Also, what I like to do is I'm currently reading this book, The Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, which I'm sure everyone and their mother has read Colleen Hoover at this point. I've read 2 of her books, the Variety, I cannot remember how to say that book's title, but I read that book. I thought it was maybe like a 6 out of a 10. It had some like creepy factor to it, and it is written pretty good, but it's not like top of the list for me. Some people were saying that's like their like favorite book in the world. Not for me. Also read It Ends With Us because of course TikTok, showed that one. I thought that one was better. I gave that one like an 8 out of a 10 because I feel like it just was better. And I liked how the story ended. I liked the way everything unfolded. Trigger warning if anybody's gonna read that. It is a little bit tough and it does have some violence in it. But overall, I really liked that book. So I figured I'd give this one a try. I saw another YouTuber say that she really liked it. So that's what I'm currently been reading. I'm only like 50 pages in, like chapter 7. So far, so good. Haven't really figured out where the story's going yet, but so far it's decent. The little synopsis, just if anybody's interested, it says, it's not exactly love at first sight for Tate Collins when she meets the tormented and secretive Miles Archer. They wouldn't even go so far as to consider themselves friends. The only thing Tate and Miles have in common is a mutual physical attraction that can't be denied. Once their desires are out in the open, they realize they might have stumbled on the perfect no strings attachment. He isn't looking for love and she doesn't have time for it, so that leaves just the sex. What they've got could be surprisingly satisfying as long as Tate can stick to the 2 rules Miles has for her. Never ask about the past and don't expect a future. They think they can handle it, but everything is different when real emotions start to change the equation. Hearts get infiltrated, promises get broken, rules get shattered, and love gets ugly. Dun dun dun. So maybe a little spicy. It's a little spicy. And probably gonna be pretty good. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit, eat my lunch, and read my book, and check back with you guys later on in the day. Happy to report that today was a shorter day for me. We finished way early, like 1 o'clock, which is great. That is a perk of working in a surgery center, that if there aren't cases and you're not busy, then your day is done. Sometimes we get to go home early after we've set up everything for the next day and pulled all of our cases. Sometimes we pick up other rooms' cases and they'll put it in our room. But for the most part, we don't have like all these add-on emergency surgeries like you would see at a normal hospital, right? So it's like, we don't have like motor vehicle accidents that come through. And we don't have like femur fractures from, elderly falls, appendixes that we take out. We don't do really anything like that here. So I am really grateful for that aspect of working here, because I feel like it has helped a little bit with the high stress feel and the anything that can come bursting through the door comes bursting through that you would have at a regular acute hospital. So I'm grateful for that. Also grateful for the flexibility of sometimes being able to go home early if possible in order to have some time to work on my other passions and my other part-time work of doing videography and things. So it's a nice mix right now. The burnout is still real, it's still there. I think just because of just the profession as a whole, especially at this time in the world. But it is probably the best that I can get for still working part-time and still being in a nurse role, but on a much lower stress capacity. So grateful for that. So room's all done, room's all emptied. We've now set everything back up for the lead urology is coming in here tomorrow. So we set everything up in the room like it would be for whatever specialty is for the next morning, the very first case. Also, I came out here to see if all the cases were pulled for tomorrow, and it looks like most of them are done. The girls got them done way early. So that's nice. Sometimes we have to wait for a couple of instruments to be finished to load them up on the bottom of these carts, because they'll be still in the cleaners and still getting through the steam sterilizing process and all that thing, but looks good. All right, so I'm gonna do something a little bit fun. At the end of every video for the OR now, I'm gonna pull out one item out of anything that we have and see if anybody can in the comments tell me what it is. This is the item of the day. Has 2 parts, extra credit if you know more detail than just the name of it and what it's used for. Be like 500 points, we'll say. So comment below if you know what this item is. Gonna run out of here, gonna run out of here. I am officially done for the day. Finito, no more. I'm walking out. So I guess I'll go ahead and end this vlog here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got to see a little bit of what I did today, and I will catch you on the next one.